What's going on, guys? I'm Radioactive, and I've been listening to a little Sublime What I Got. As I was fixing up this commentary, oh, what I got! And I've been trying to diversify what music I listen to a little better than I used to. And, anyways, I wanted to address something very controversial, but I know I can count on you guys not to flame each other in the comment section, and I know my subscribers and viewers are some really mature folk, and while listening to Sublime, I noticed something, and I noticed that the guy the song is portraying is someone that lost all of his money and nothing's going right, but he's happy with himself and the life that he lives, and he's not really worried about anybody else, and I wondered why people aren't like that in real life when it comes to other people, especially racially, and when I see someone that's racist, I try to, I guess, jump inside their mind and try and wrap my brain around like why they see someone of another skin color and automatically think enemy, enemy. And it's funny because both of my very closest best friends are one black and the other's Puerto Rican. So when I try and understand what racists think, I simply just can't seem to see what they see. And I do understand that a lot of it is the environment you were brought up in can teach you that, but at the same time, you can't always say that your environment or upbringing is the source for all of your unhappiness. And mainly because you didn't see Helen Keller out gangbanging, and besides the fact that she wouldn't have been able to find the front door. But besides her problems, she never could see the color of anybody's skin. So I myself wondered, what would a black guy look like to her? And if you ask that question to a racist person, the only response you would get is that their race is dominant above all, and it doesn't even end at racism. It goes on into religion, and if there was a Buddhist temple made 2 or 3 blocks away from where I live, I wouldn't be bothered. And I don't think I have a problem with any religion as long as there is no sacrificing of infants and any awful unnecessary thing like that. And I mean, when I see a video about racism on YouTube and look down into the comment section and see that someone has thumbs up the N-word, you tend to worry about what people are thinking. So, with that said, even when I see someone say that, it's 2011, let's get rid of racism, I go back and I do appreciate them disagreeing with racism, but what really needs to be realized is that, I wonder if you guys heard that, no matter what year it is, racism and or discriminating on someone else's culture is completely wrong, as long as their culture remains innocent. I mean, if someone's culture went around blowing up buildings, that's pretty nonsensical. But other than that, I also think that something that belongs to one culture shouldn't be off limits to another person because of their skin color, and that is where it gets a little controversial, so hang in with me there. When it comes down to the N-word, I don't see how someone could call someone that because of their skin color. And two, I don't see how two guys of the same race could call each other the same word that's offensive with a little bit of a different accent on it and make it any better. And it doesn't whether if the person's white, black, Hispanic, or green and purple. But what does matter is that we all can and should stop being so uptight, especially about things I've talked about, and we should appreciate ourselves a little bit better because almost every race has a discriminating word, and if you don't agree with me on something here, don't hate me. Just simply leave your thoughts, and I think I'm pretty open-minded to opinions. And now that I knocked all that out of the way, anyways, I wanted to update you guys and tell you that Treyarch is releasing a second map pack on May 3rd called Escalation, and the names of the maps are Zoo, Hotel, Convoy, and Stockpile. And if you're a zombie fan and love busting some heads, then there's a map called Survive, and all of this information was leaked by an Australian company that was supposed to handle the advertisement, but released it way too early. And I wanted to go about saving you guys a whole bunch of frustration by telling you what I do when I first encounter a map that is just alien to me. Well, I would usually jump on YouTube and try and at least see a preview of the map. That way I'm not just jumping in blindfolded, but let's say you are. The best thing you could do is go into a private match and memorize a little bit of, you know, the maps. But I'm talking about your first multiplayer experience, even when you have got the maps designed pretty down. So something I even do on maps that I know perfectly is outskirt the map. Basically never go into the middle of the map and stay to the outsides. And I don't know if these maps will have Indian tribes sitting on the outsides of them, waiting to capture you. So if there's any pretentious thing that would make you want to stay away from the outside of the map, I don't know about it yet, and but outskirting makes it hard for anybody on the other team that might know the map better than you, get behind you and flank you, because your first few times on a map you're going to get pretty handicapped, and I think it's pretty easy to notice in this match that I was outskirting. A lot of the times you see people running into the big center building and camping, and yeah, it may build you a little kill streak every other time you're on the map, but it won't do you good consistently. And when you outskirt on a map, it gives you the opportunity to shoot anybody that wants to make a beeline through the center of the map. And another thing I can tell you to hopefully help you would be not to go into the hotspot for the first while that the map's out. And if you're wondering what the heck the hotspot is, because it sounds like some section of the ghetto, it's basically the area or building of the map you could find at least somebody camping. And an example would be the middle building on this map, or firing range, and the tallest center building on Kowloon. And I noticed Treyarch seems to do that a lot. But I would avoid the quote-unquote hotspots because, well, if you kill one guy, then chances are here comes someone up from behind you, and that's not a good way to maintain a consistently high KD. And oh, if you do check out the link, because the link I will put to this information, and if you notice the picture looks like it says that it'll come out March 5th, 2011, it actually means 3rd, because Australians go day, month, and then year. I got it all mixed up. I was thinking two things at once. And I will leave the link in the description to this video. And oh, and last thing before this video ends, I got a comment the other day, and it basically said something like, you should be a bigger commentator than you already are. And I mean, I hear things like, you'll make it and get recognized, and thank you, basically. I mean, that means a lot to me when I just get a comment on here saying something like that. And when you put the time and effort into doing this, because I no longer have the full luxury of jumping on Xbox and just screwing around as much as I did before. But I don't want to make it sound like Xbox isn't fun anymore, because I'm trying to get good scores. But what I am saying is that this isn't really easy work. And again, thanks for that comment. And I mean, I could upload now almost daily or every other day, but I don't really want to oversaturate you guys with videos, and I like to put a lot of effort into this, and it means more quality than quantity. But if you guys would like me to up my upload ratio to be more frequent, then go ahead and tell me, and I have no problem with that. And sorry this ran over. Hope you like the smiley face, and I thank you guys for watching, basically, and thanks for subscribing, and thanks for everything, and I'll see you guys later.